I'm from North Carolina originally. Grew up in Salisbury, which is right outside of Charlotte. Moved to Nashville 3 years ago. So, yeah, I love Nashville. I actually live in Franklin. It feels like home to me now. I love North Carolina. Of course, I miss my family and all that. I moved to Nashville alone. I didn't know anyone when I moved there, so that was scary. I was 19, but felt like God was calling me to be there, and so it's been awesome. This is my first time at Creation, so it's been a blast. Like, my best friend and I, she's my road manager, so we're pulling in, we saw all these people, and we're just like, what is crazy? We didn't even know like these existed, these festivals. I mean, when I started doing Christian music, obviously they said, yeah, we're going to pick out some summer festivals, and so I was like, oh, that's really cool. So we're having a good time. It's been really good. I've been on a radio promo tour actually for the last 3 days, and we took Starbucks to every person at the radio station. So we would literally, we'll bring you guys some next time. We would literally walk in to the Starbucks with Starbucks in hand and be like, okay, we're here for more Starbucks, and they'd be like, what?
They probably get that all the time.
Yeah. So it is a lot of energy for morning. Mom's singing in Southern Gospel groups for a while. She made a couple records. So I heard a lot of that. That wasn't necessarily my flow. You know, I took dance for 12 years, and so I loved more of like hip hop and pop music, and so when I started doing my thing as an artist, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get away from this Southern Gospel thing, you know, I'm gonna do something fresh and something I feel like is more me. I grew up though like listening to Natalie Grant. I loved her. She's an amazing vocalist. Stacey Aurico. I mean, I admired her, and like Rachel Lampa. Just, I mean, they were my age, you know, and I was like, I liked listening to them, you know, when I was younger, and I respected them as, you know, young artists and young women. So I love worship music. I listen to a lot of worship. I love Rita Springer and Jason Upton. Those are two of my favorite artists.
Okay.
But it's so weird because my variety's huge, and I go from hip hop to like love worship stuff like that.
Have you tried Misty Edwards?
Oh, I love her. Okay. I Will Run.
I took that
yes.
Oh.
Yes. I did 3 showcases.
Okay.
At GMA week. This was my first GMA as an artist. I've been to GMA before, just, you know, hanging out. Mm-hmm. It was a crazy week. And, you know, a lot of artists look at it like, oh my gosh, like I can't wait till GMA is over. There's so many interviews, so many showcases, all that. For me, I'm like, no, like this is an opportunity to share your heart, and this is why we do what we do, you know what I mean? So it's like, I really try to take advantage of the interviews and the opportunities that I had that week, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, of course it was busy, it was crazy, but it was a lot of fun. It was cool to see Nicole Nordeman. I just love her record and her writing. Her record, Woven and Spun, really like spoke into my life, and I listened to it a lot, loved it, and so when I got to meet her, I met her at a radio dinner. It was cool just to say hello and, you know that I've listened to a record and I'm meeting her face to face. It was cool. I started writing 2 years ago for this record. I had over 100 songs, tons of songs, and I kept turning in songs to the label, and they're like, yeah, we love it, but I don't think it's right for the first single. I'm like, oh, like I don't write any more songs.
Try again.
Yeah. I'm in the studio one day, and I was sitting there with my producer, and I said, I can write this song. I know that I can write this first single that they feel like, you know, needs to be released to Christian radio and all that. And so I literally like bowed my head in the studio, and I just prayed. I said, God, give me this song. I know that you can give it to me. It's already in my heart. I know you can. I know you know what song it needs to be. So help me write this song. I was really, you know, getting to the point where I was getting discouraged, and I was like, I need some help here, you know. And I lifted up my head and started singing the melody to you, the chorus. And my producer goes, wow, that's a really cool melody. I love that. He's like, okay, let's do it. Let's put it down right now. I started singing the melody, wrote the lyrics in like 10 minutes to the chorus. It was done. And it was, I mean, God totally just blessed us and just put that song in my heart. And so obviously it needed to go out. People needed to hear it. And I'm so happy that it's doing well. It's doing great. Let's do it all over again.